Okay, we'll start with the 2017 paper and get going. Okay, so we'll see if we can finish 2017 and 18 both, but at least if we can finish 2017, that's all right. Okay, so the 2017 paper has until question 50. So there is around 8 to 9 questions there. Okay, so we'll start with question number 7. A few questions are very easy, guys. So those questions I will definitely go much more faster. Okay, which one of the change in the following factors causes the market demand curve for a good to remain unchanged? So one of this is changing, but the market demand curve doesn't change. That means it doesn't shift. So which one? Population, price of the good, price of substitute, price of a complementary, average income of household. So when one of these changes, market demand curve doesn't change. That means it doesn't shift. Come on, easy one. Which one? The answer is the second one, right? So when the price of the good changes, the market demand curve remains unchanged. It will only be a movement along the curve. So when the price changes, it will go up and down and up and down, but the demand curve does not change. It will remain the same. So it's number 2. Population changes, demand can increase. If population increases, demand will increase. If population decreases, demand will decrease. Okay, right. Go into question 8. Which of the following combinations of income and price elasticity of demand is consistent with a normal good which has a downward sloping demand curve? What can you say, guys? For a normal good, income elasticity, we learned this before. Income elasticity, is it going to be positive or negative? For a normal good, income elasticity, YED is positive for a normal good. So then we'll cut off the answers that say negative. 1 cut off, 3 cut off, 5 cut off. What about the PED? This also I explained in a previous class. For a normal good, the price elasticity of demand, given that the demand curve is downward sloping, if the demand curve is downward sloping, that means there is a negative relationship between price and QD, right? So remember, PED for a normal good is negative because why? It complies with the law of demand. So when price increases, QD will go down. If you put the PED equation, change in QD, change in P, one of that is going to be minus. Yeah. So given that, you have answer number 2. Is that okay? Straightforward, easy one. Then we'll go to the next. Question 9. Suppose that there are, okay, this is a good question. Okay. Now, I want you all to listen very carefully. This is a very good, tricky question. Suppose that there are only 2 goods, A and B. Just give me a second. Hold on. I ordered some food. Not sure if that is this. Give me a second. Okay, sorry guys, I had to order food and went to collect it. Right. So back to question number 9. Let me restart the explanation. Okay. So question number 9 says there are two goods called A and B. Other things including consumer money income remain unchanged. So there are 2 goods, consumers money income and everything is remaining unchanged. They are saying if the price of good A falls, the demand for good B increases. We can conclude that what? Okay, can you all tell me, guys, are these goods substitutes, complements? Can you tell me about that? Price of A is falling, right? Price of A is falling. The demand for B increases. What are these things? One good's price is falling. As a result, the demand for the other good is increasing. That means they are complementary goods, right? Because if the price of this falls, if it's a substitute, the demand for other good will fall. No? So this is more likely complementary goods. Can you see anywhere in the answer have they mentioned complementary goods? That A and B are complementary goods? They have not mentioned that. So this is not the idea, that this is not what they want from this. So it's a very interesting story. So listen very carefully, guys. Okay. we have two products, right? What are the two goods? We have good A, and on the other side we have good B. Okay, so there are only two goods. So let's say there is a consumer, he is buying good A and good B both. Okay, let's say from his income, he is buying half of it, he is spending on good A, half of it he is spending on good B. Listen very carefully. So what is happening? His income has not changed, consumer's money income has not changed. The price of A decreases. Please, can you tell me, when the price of A decreases, what happens to consumers' real income? Let's say there is a consumer who is buying A and B both. Now A has become cheap. So what happens to his real income? Or in other words, his purchasing power now. Has it increased or has it decreased? What can you say? So you can say overall, what has happened? Overall, the consumer's real income, or in other words, his purchasing power has increased. Do you all agree with me that price of A has gone down? So consumer is buying A and B both, right? What has happened? His money income, his salary has not changed, right? A has become cheap, so now he has more purchasing power. This has gone up, right? So now, guys, based on the relationship between this real income and demand, you can say whether it's a normal good or a inferior good. Okay, price of A has decreased. What has happened to the demand for A? What has happened to the demand for A? What has happened? Has it increased or decreased? The demand for good A? For those who are saying increase, where have they said that it has increased? For those who are saying decrease, where have they said it has decreased? Nowhere in the question they have said what is happening for the demand for good A, right? Read the question carefully. If the price of good A falls and the demand for good B is increasing, what has happened for good A? You don't know, right? So demand for A is unknown. Do you agree with me there? You don't know what has happened. Has it increased or decreased? We don't know. But we know for good B, demand for B has increased. That they have given in the question. In the question, they have said, yeah, demand for good B increases. That they have given. But demand for good A is unknown. They have not told us has it increased or decreased. So based on the relationship between real income and demand, we can say whether a good is inferior or normal. So for good A, do we have enough information to conclude? So what is happening? Person's real income is increasing, right? Real income is increasing. But demand, we don't know. If demand also increases, we can say, right, normal good. If demand has decreased, we can say, okay, inferior good. But here we don't know, right? We don't know what is happening to demand. So for good A, we can't really tell. But for good B, we can tell. What can you tell for good B, guys? Real income or purchasing power is increasing. As a result, he is buying more of good B. So good B is what? Normal or inferior? His purchasing power has gone up. Now he's buying more of it as a result. What is it? It's a normal good, right? His purchasing power increases, he buys more. Real income increases, he demands for more of it. So that's a normal good. But good A, you can't tell, right? We can't conclude. We can't say whether this is a normal or an inferior because we don't know what happened to demand. If we can figure out what happened to the demand for good A, then we can tell. But in the question, nowhere they are saying the demand for good A is increasing, decreasing, remaining constant. We don't know. So you can't assume that. So therefore, your answer will be which? Your answer will be answer number 5. This is a good question, which I don't think in A levels I also didn't get this right. This is the year that I did A levels. I don't think I got this right. Is that okay? B is a normal good. A you can't really tell. A can be normal, it can be inferior, it can be whatever, we don't know. Is that okay? Did y'all get the logic behind how I approach the question? It's not an easy one, guys. It's something that you have to think a little and figure out. Okay. Anyone questions? Okay. Moving to the next. Question 10. An increase in the price of rice has caused the demand of bread to rise by 30%. The cross elasticity of demand between rice and bread is 3. What is the change in price? Very easy one. So remember that talking about percentages here. So we'll use the XCD percentage equation. Is the percentage change in QD of good X? Let's say what is X in our example? Increase in the price of rice. So QD of bread divided by the percentage change in price of rice. Are you all okay with the equation? Because the price of one good is changing, the demand for another good is changing, right? That is the XCD equation. So how much is our XCD? In the question they have given plus 3. Percentage change in quantity demanded for bread is, they are saying, increase in the price of rice has caused the demand for bread to rise by 30%. So it's a plus 30%. Can you work around and tell me how much is the percentage change in this? Percentage change in price of rice. Come on, work around. Easy one. How much do we get? Percentage change of price of rice is, that's a 10%, right? So price is changing by a plus 10%. So go into your answers and see which answer talks about an increase by 10%. Rice going from 80 to 90, is that 10%? 60 to 72, 80 to 85, 70 to 80, 80 to 88. What is a 10% increase? Now, these basic maths now. So 80, 10% of 80 is 8. So then it has to go to 80 to 88, not 80 to 90. No, 80 to 90 means more than 10%. So therefore wrong. Okay. If the price of rice was 60, a 10% increase must be 66. But this has gone to 70, it's a 20% increase. No. 80 to 85, no. If it's 80, 10% is 8. So 80 should go to 88 then, not 85. Wrong. 70 should go to 77. 7 is a 10% increase, but here it's going to 80. Wrong. 80 to 88, that is correct. That is the only one that has a 10% increase in the price. Is that part clear again? How I worked around, I got the percentage change in price. Then I went into each of the answers and I found which answer has a 10% increase. Again, kind of a good question. Fine, guys, are you all okay with that step? Is there any other method that you all use to get the answer? No, right? Then go into the next one. Question 11. Which of the following is true in a market for a certain product if producers consistently are willing to sell more at the going price than what consumers are going to buy. So the quantity supplied is more than the quantity demanded. So if you just put that into a diagram, how will it look? We have this and this. The supply is more than the demand. So we are kind of like in this range of the curve. Why, guys? Demand is highly elastic, supply is highly elastic, the product is inferior, there is a price ceiling on the product, there is a price floor on the product. What do you think? Why do you think the quantity supplied is more than the quantity demanded? Because of what reason? Easy one. Others answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one? Maybe there was a price flow for this, right? Maybe there was a price flow. So maybe because there was a price flow for this product, maybe because of that, the price was set at a higher level. So therefore, the quantity supplied, let's say 100 units, would have been way more than the quantity demanded, which let's say is around 40 units. Okay. So answer number 5. There would have been a price flow. That is why the quantity supply would have been more than the quantity demand. What is the price flow? Another name for this is a minimum price. Going to the next. Okay, right. This I want an answer from everyone, right? Even if as long as you're not sleeping, even if you have not done it, I want you to do it now and give me an answer. Market demand and supply for a certain product is given. QD is given, QS is given. They're asking you for equilibrium price and quantity. Same full, even the 2024 people will get this right. Can you give me an answer? Equilibrium price and quantity. If you have not done it, do it now at least and give me an answer. Which one is the answer? I don't think I have to go to the level of showing you how to calculate equilibrium price and quantity in a past paper. What's the answer? QD equals QS. Equate it, get equilibrium price, take the price, substitute it either to the demand or supply equation, you get the quantity. So going with the answers that you all have given on the chat box. Answer is number 1, right? Not explaining guys because these are way too simple. Going to the next. The diagram below represents a competitive market for a certain consumer good. Okay. If a unit tax is levied on the product in this market by the government, the producer surplus after the tax is the area. Yes. Think, how is this going to happen? Now, after a tax, supply curve has to shift. How are you going to figure out how much is it going to shift? Is it going to shift like this? Is it going to shift like this? Is it going to shift like this? How are you going to figure that out? If you can figure that out, you can find the producer surplus, right? How are you going to figure that out? They have given you one hint. What is the hint they have given you? They've given you this is the unit tax. How are you going to figure this out? So that means, remember, the difference between the two supply curves is the unit tax, right? Okay. Tell me if this is right or wrong. Okay. Let's say I shift the curve from here to here. Okay. Is the difference between the two supply curves equal to the unit tax? See, look at the diagram. Look at how much they have given as unit tax and look at what I am showing as unit tax. Is the difference equal? The difference between the two supply curves is the unit tax. It's not equal, right? So it's starting from P1 is wrong. Let me go a little bit higher. Let's say start from P0. Now is it correct? Is the difference that I am showing and the unit tax the same? Correct, right? See, they are showing this as the unit tax. Here they are showing this difference as the unit tax. I am also showing the same difference as the unit tax. So that is how you shift the supply curve, guys. So once you figure that out, the remaining question there is nothing else. No? But you need to figure out how to properly shift. Do I shift it into starting from here, or do I start from here? How do you figure that out? The difference between the two supply curves, the vertical difference between the two supply curves is the unit tax. They have given us the unit tax. Maybe in your year, they can give you numbers here, right? So let's say in your year, they can say, okay, for example, this is 5 rupees, this is 10 rupees, this is 15 rupees, this is 0. They can say the government imposed a tax of 5. So then how do you shift it? You might start from here because the difference between these two are 5. If they say government imposed a tax of 10, then you will start from here because the difference between these two are 10. So be very careful with that. In our question, there are no numbers though. So then guys, can you all tell me which area is the producer surplus? In terms of letters, what's the producer surplus? Come on, this is nothing new. Producer surplus has to be 1. After the tax, consumer surplus is what? Consumer surplus is the area of A Producer surplus is D. B and C is government tax revenue. The area E and F is deadweight loss. So which area is the producer surplus? They're asking for that. No? Producer surplus after tax is D. Is that okay? Say, can figure that out. Okay, so these are easy ones. Okay, going to the next. Final few questions. Very direct. Price of supply is less than 1. This means, yes, okay, PES is less than 1. Elastic or inelastic, quickly. Elastic or inelastic, PES is less than 1. IO, come on. Less than 1 means inelastic, not elastic, right? So inelastic means what? When the price changes, QS changes by a smaller proportion, by a lesser proportion. The change in quantity supplied is lesser. It changes in lesser proportion than the change in price. That is what inelastic means. So which one is our answer? Change in quantity supplied is greater than change in price. Percentage change in quantity supplied is greater than the percentage change in price. Change in quantity supplied, remember you go with proportion, not percentage. Percentage change in quantity supplied is less than the change in price. That has to be your answer. The fourth one. Yeah, these are very easy, right? This is just the definition of what is inelastic. Going to the next. Suppose the demand and supply equations are given, right? QD is given, QS is given. What are they saying? The government imposes a minimum price of 20. Yes, this has to be 10, right? There is a small typing mistake, I think, in the tute. So there is 10, 20 both. Cut the 10, right? It has to be 20. Okay, I think if you all have got a printout, it could have been there. Then there will be what? Excess supply, excess demand. Okay, can you tell me the first thing, guys? If there is a minimum price, a price flow, will there be an excess demand or excess supply? First tell me that. Even without doing any calculation, you should be able to figure that out. There is going to be what? There is going to be a excess supply, right? When there is a minimum price. That is first common sense that has to click you. So then you can cut off answer number 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So then can you tell me which one is our answer? How much of excess supply do we have? So at the price of 20, okay, at the price of 20, how much is the QD? 60 minus 2 into 20, that is 40. QD is 20. Okay, so QD is 20. How much is QS? Minus 20 plus 3 into 20. QS is 40. Okay, so how much is our excess supply then? Our excess supply is 20 units. Right. So which one is our answer then? Our answer is answer number 1. Is that okay, guys? I all fine. Very easy questions. Not at all hard. You just have to find the demand and the supply and then find how much is the excess demand or excess supply. Okay. Right. Then going to the last question for no, that is it. No? Right. So we'll wrap it there ideally, right? Because next one is 2018. That will take around another 15-20 minutes, right? So guys, I have put the 2019 old syllabus paper also, right? Old syllabus paper means in 2019 the new syllabus paper came out. No, so for those who are writing second side, they got the old syllabus paper, but there is no change in the unit actually. So it's the same thing. So you all can attempt this as well. These questions are also there in the past paper PDF I sent. It might not be there in your past paper book, because your past paper book will have only the new syllabus paper. So you can try out the 2019 old syllabus questions, MCQs also, simple one, just like what we have discussed before. You can do that, and then we'll do the 2019 new syllabus one. So next class will most likely finish off all the MCQs. So we need to start from 2018. We'll try to finish off until 2021, which I think we can, because now we know most of the things. I can quickly run you all through the other areas. Okay, so how much did you all get out of this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 MCQs. 2017. How much out of 9? 9 out of 9. Good. Right. Okay, so most of you are comparatively doing well. Okay, so that is good signs for us. Make sure that you'll do all the other MCQs and come. By the time you come the 2021 paper, if you can get at least, let's say if there are 9 MCQs, if you can at least get 8 or 9, all of it correct, that means you are completely fine with this unit. So our target with all of this is to try to at least get to 45 to 46. I'm working on a model MCQ book as well with 1000 MCQs. You can do all the past paper MCQs, and if you can do all of that also, I don't think there is nothing much left for you, right? So that is it. We can wrap things up. Guys, also on the model paper for grade 13, I have a very few left. I dispatched a whole set of orders today. If anyone is still interested, you all can pay 1,800 and get it. There are 17 model papers covering unit number 7 all the way to unit number 12. Yes, so you can get if needed. You can pay and get. The details are there in the model paper class group. Okay, so that is it. For those who have the model papers, please start doing. Don't just file it and keep it. Okay, so see you. I'll see you all next Monday. Theory revision people, I'm seeing you all tomorrow. See you all. Bye bye.